right? That no man may buy or sell, read on,
save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast.
So you got to have the mark or the name of the beast in order to buy or sell. Now let me tell you also. Now today, the trade wars, the tariffs, all that stuff you see taking place with Trump. Guess what? All nations got to call and enter into a what? An agreement with America in order to do what? Back to trade, to buy and sell. We've seen it take place before our eyes. You understand? But this is, as I said, is level state. Okay? I see they trying to collapse the US dollar. Okay, and they will try to bring in a new form of digital world currency. America will do that to reinforce world dominancy economically. America will do that. You know, they will collapse everybody money all over the world. You feel me? Do you know that China and a lot of these nations hold US bonds, which is basically US debt? Now, if they get rid of the US debt, guess what's gonna happen to the US dollar? It's gonna tank. The US dollar gonna tank. And guess what? America gonna do what America do. America is the oppressor. They gonna do what they gonna do. The whole economy collapse, then they come up with a new solution. And guess what? Let all nations know, listen, this is the new form of trading worldwide. And make sure all your citizens have a digital ID and all their information is on that digital ID, their bank account and all of these things. You all understand? That's the level it's going to come to. It ain't there fully as yet, but that's the level it's going to come to.
Yeah, so let's get into that real quick.
The chat GTP, and I typed in a question because, you know, as it's been up this week, you know, Nate's hypocrisy, Nate being Bishop Nathaniel Israel from the IUIC, Israelites United in Christ, they his hypocrisy regarding the MOTB is popping up, right? We watched this man change from one thing to the next, you know, and he still hasn't came to the point. And the question is, why is he lying about it? Well, we understand that he had to take a bag or a bribe, right? The scripture says what? Oppression maketh wise men mad, but a gift destroys the heart, right? And so he doesn't, he has to stay away from what the MOTB truly is, because that's not a part of what they directed him to say. Like Elder Ricardo Plum spoke about, you know, the digital currencies, stuff like that, the digital ID, right? That's okay for them to talk about. But then they'll say, well, Deacon Malachi, he said that, what did he say? He said that the MOTB is well, he did say sin, and then he said it was the image of the white Christ, right? You know, basically, you got to worship that image, which the whole world is already doing that, right? The world, sin is already pervasive all in the world, right? Sin is polluted this place. So nobody's going to have to make you get down to sin because you're already doing it, right? So there's another one where Bishop Nathaniel says that the MOTB is an embargo. He says, you talk about trade. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that real quick. I found this, but I got the other one on my phone, so I'm going to let this play. This is from the early days of IUIC, and I wanna bring this up before I bring this up, right? Let me play this. You can't see it; it's on my phone. But just listen. Hopefully, you can listen and hear what he said, because he changes it a lot.
Because it's stupid, and we've discussed it before. Just humor me, you brothers with simple. Start at verse 11. Revelation 18 and 11, please.
Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
So it's talking about buying and selling. When you read Revelation 13, it says if you don't got the chip, and the word chip ain't in there, thank you. It says if you don't have the mark or the name of the beast, you cannot buy or sell. This is what Revelation 18 is talking about. Now let's see what it's talking about buying and selling. Read down.
The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and and cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men.
And slaves, and slaves, and slaves. You would be buying and selling slaves. That's not talking about you Negroes in the ghetto. That ain't you are the slaves. We are the slaves. But you got these idiots, I'm going to call them what they are. These monthly prognosticators talking about if you don't got the chip, you can't buy or sell. Buy or sell what? Snickers what? This ain't talking about a Snickers bar. This ain't talking about Converse and Nikes. This is talking about big business here.
Where's the Negroes' big business to sell anything?
Right. Read verse 15, please.
Verse 15. The merchants of these things, which were made rich by...
Which were made what?
Which were made rich.
So when you're buying and selling, it's talking about being made rich. That ain't the Negro in the ghetto. You ain't buying or selling nothing to become rich. Stop letting these knuckleheads fool you.
And that no man might buy or sell.
Give me another word for buy or sell. I want one word that discusses, that uses, that expresses buy or sell. Steve. Trade. That no man can trade. Except what?
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
So now stop. You might say, wait a minute. Is that really what this is talking about? Trade. Buying and selling. Trade. Yes. Give me a precept. Ezekiel 28.
So he said it was talking about embargoes. Absolutely not. ChatGPT even got it right? So here it is. This is in the book of Revelation. I typed this in ChatGPT. In the book of Revelation, chapter 13, it says, no man shall buy or sell except he had the mark. Is that speaking about individuals or nations? And it says, great question. Revelation 13:17 says that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And it says this passage is primarily speaking about individuals. The Greek word used for man here is anthropos, right? Which the apostles and bishop elders brought this up many, many times. But even ChatGPT knows that the buying and selling is talking about what? Individuals, right? But this guy, Nate, said you don't got to go to the Greek to come up with a microchip. That's what he said. Now, this video that you were listening to on my phone, it was this is an older video, right? I don't have it on the YouTube, so that's why I didn't pull it up. But then even now, he's switching it up. Now he's saying that the MOTB is sent, right? And the scriptures tell you about what? Meddle not with him, right? That is given to change, right? Proverbs 20 and 24 and 21. My son, fear thou the Lord and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change, man.
All right, shalom, Akim, shalom, Yahawah Bahashem. All right, this is your brother Yahawah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Come with another lesson, doing a quick in transit on the way to the plantation. All right, and just got to touch on this. Man. You know what I'm saying? Because we at the wire, man. So before I get started, I want to give our prayers, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Yahawadah. All right, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who teach well. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring the word, and is pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's in the come. Shalom to the Akwaf that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands, guiding their children. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, you Israelite foreigners out there, peace and blessings to you all. Barakatham. Okay, so we've been telling you this. Man. You know what I'm saying? We've been warning you. All right, we've been warning you for all these years. You know what I'm saying? Beginning with our apostles, bishops, and elders on down. All right, there was going to be these false prophets, man. You see what I'm saying? We warned y'all about Nate. We warned y'all about these jokers in Iowa, man. All right, and all these different camps out here. You know what I'm saying? all these different camps. It's not just IUIC, it's ISUPK, it's HOI, it's BOW, it's WFI, so on and so forth. All these different camps, all right, who actively go out of their way, all right, to tell you that there is no there is no MOTB. You know what I'm saying? That the prophecy written of in Revelation 13:16 is talking about, sin and all this different stuff, sleeping with white women, all right, an embargo, you know what I'm saying? All these different things, except what the true prophets are telling you, that this is a subdermal device that's going to be going underneath the skin, and it's going to be surveilling you, and it's going to control and track and trace your every movement, all right? And as the elder Gabar Yahawah, you know what I'm saying, what he went into is he asked ChatGPT if this is talking about nations or if this is talking about individuals. And the truth of the matter is that it's talking about individuals. All right, individuals. You see what I'm saying? Because on the broader scale, sure, it may be talking about, trade between countries, but at the end of the day, all these elites, you know what I'm saying, are all in one. You know what I'm saying? So this isn't something where they're broken on each side. You know what I'm saying? They're fractured and they don't agree on this new digital infrastructure. No, every one of them are implementing it. Russia's implementing it. China's implementing it. You know what I'm saying? Africa is implementing it. Everyone is implementing this thing. See what I'm saying? Everyone's implementing it. So this is talking about on an individual level, people are going to be making this decision. You see what I'm saying? This is the hour of temptation, man. We warned you that these jokers are going to be playing games with your lives. You see what I'm saying? We warned you of this. All right? And now it's coming to the wire. Now they have no choice. Now they have no choice but to address what everyone can see. They have no choice but to let you know, oh yeah, there's actually a digital infrastructure that's being put in place. You know what I'm saying? They are in front of your eyes, right in front of your eyes, they are destroying this dollar. They're destroying this dollar. You see what I'm saying? Right before your eyes, man. All right? And we told you, I remember it was Elder Apostle Ramlab who said years ago, he said, watch what happens. Watch how Nate spins this. Watch how he slithers his way into this prophecy, you know what I'm saying, to make it seem like he's always been teaching it. Like he's always been teaching, you know what I'm saying, that the mark of the beast is this device. You see what I'm saying? Now, over the years, we saw him slither. Over the years, we saw him say, they might throw in a microchip, but it's not the mark of the BEAST. You see what I'm saying? So he's always been crafty. All right, he's always been crafty with this. He's always been lying to his congregation, man, because they took the bag. All right, they took this bag. You see what I'm saying? And they've always had the orders to not talk about these things, right? So letting this pass. So yeah, man. We can see the writing that's on the wall. Everyone can see it. And as as prophecy continues to go forward, all right, there's nowhere left to go. All right, there's nowhere left to go, man. Prophecy has boxed these false prophets into a corner. You see what I'm saying? Or they painted themselves into a corner with this, like either way, this is checkmate. either way you look at it, it's checkmate, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't keep saying that this is sin, that the MOTB is sin, you know, and it's in its various forms and all that stuff. No, man, you can't keep playing that game. All right? This thing's happening. It's happening. They're about to close this border. They're about to lock the people in. You're not going to be able to have autonomy. You're not going to be able to have free range of movement. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to be. It's going to be even worse than the events of 2020. We see what's going down out here, man. All right, and all these people who took that that concoction 4 to 5 years ago, all right, and it's laying dormant within your body, man. All right, we finna see what's gonna be the result. All right, what's gonna be the end result of your decisions, man. You see what I'm saying? You know, if you're not the elect, right? So hey, man, you know, bodies is about to drop soon. All right, there's gonna be something crazy out here, man. Real crazy. See what I'm saying? But we warned you of this. Slocky, let me get past this cop. Right? So, you know, there's no more, you know, there's no more games, man. There's no more time for games. There's no more time for gimmicks. All right? The gimmicks have their, you know, they have an end point. All right? Because at a certain point, it's no longer popular to go out and march. It's no longer popular to be talking about where's your fringes at and this and that and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Now it's boogie time. You see what I'm saying? Because these jokers have been playing around with you. You know what I'm saying? And they have not been warning you that this thing is coming. They have not been, but now you see it. I see that Trump is destroying the dollar right before our eyes. I see it. You see it now? You see it now. Why didn't you see it 5 years ago? Why didn't you see this 10 years ago? Why didn't you see it? Why didn't you see this digital infrastructure, this digital age? Right? Why haven't you seen it yet until now? All right? The scriptures say that these are dumb dogs. They cannot bark. All right? They cannot bark, man. Sleeping, lying, loving the slumber, man. All right? The Lord said that the true prophets will not hold their tongue day nor night. So, you know, the true prophets have been speaking. Our apostles have been speaking this thing. Our bishops have been speaking this thing. All right? Long before there was even Bluetooth. Long before there was a Bluetooth device. All right? These men have been warning that this digital device going underneath the skin was going to happen. Back in the time when we had floppy disks. We had floppy disks. For those of you who remember. Back then we had floppy disks, you know what I'm saying? This was before Windows 8. All right? So, you know, the Lord vindicates his prophets. The Lord vindicates his prophets, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's only a matter of time, man. Now we're seeing that these false prophets have nowhere left to go. You know, they have to address it now. They have to address it. All right. Back then, you know, Bishop Nathaniel was calling us conspiracy theorists, conspiracy nuts. Back then, Bishop Nathaniel was saying it's June. It's June. Ain't no microchips. You see what I'm saying? It's June. But now look, an entire $500 billion industry has been put in place and is being built right now. Right now. they're openly getting getting the pieces put in place to detain American citizens abroad. All right, send them to other prisons outside of America. You know what I'm saying? They're now talking about, you know, AI robots going inside of your homes. You see? So this thing is here now, man. All right, it's here now, and there's no more tiptoeing and dancing around this thing. All right? That's the thing about prophecy. Prophecy always makes you a believer, man. You know what I'm saying? Either you believe in it or not, prophecy will always make you a believer one way or another. All right? One way or another. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it, man. I didn't want to drag it on too far, you know what I'm saying? Because I gotta get up in here, you know what I'm saying? I wish I could get some precepts, but you know, I think the point's made, you know what I'm saying? You know, let me grab one more. Just one. Let me just grab one. Alright, this is Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 4. It reads, O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the deserts. Alright? Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? And the day of the Lord is coming. The battle is coming, man. All right? We was warned to prepare for this battle. All right? The prophets were to give the certain sound, not the uncertain sound. The prophets was to come out here and blow the trumpet. All right, blow the trumpet, man. You know what I'm saying? Ezekiel the 3rd chapter 17th verse says, Son of man, I have set thee as a watchman in Israel, man. And we were supposed to remain on our watch. And the prophets, the men of the Lord, all right, the men of great millstone, beginning with our apostles, bishops, and elders on down, all right, have done just that. All right, day after day, we make these videos. Week after week, we go out to camp. You see what I'm saying? We go out and we preach this very thing that's coming. And we warn the people as we were commanded. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to have to decide for yourself who has been teaching you the correct doctrine, who's been teaching you the right way this whole time, and who's been playing around, who's been playing games. You know what I'm saying? Who's been all about gimmicks. You see what I'm saying? Because some major decisions is going to happen, man. All right, it's going to have to be made soon. Like I said, bodies are going to drop. Bodies are going to drop, man. All right? So I'm going to cut that there. I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. It's been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. All right. I want to say, call Elohim La, Allah Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Yahawashi. Shalom.